The role of goalkeeping's evolved so much.
Beaten away by Carson.
It's parried by Ortega.
Right in the face, let's face it.
From this is your gap.
That's one of the best bits. We're struggling here, aren't we?
Since I'm here, I feel how important is the FA Cup.
Right, Steph. I know you keep going on about it, that I've played for 30, 40 years, so you're probably a little bit young to see some of my best clips now. I don't think it'll probably take too long, but see what you think.
Looking forward. At first, I like your haircut.
You like the sideburns?
Yes.
Still haven't seen the gloves, look.
Puma.
Pumas. A lot of, especially English goalkeepers, 10, 15 years ago, it was all about making saves and crosses, and that was basically your jobs. The role of goalkeeping's evolved so much where there's so much more to the game.
I think I was lucky when I was young because the goalkeeper coach was more important, I think, than when you was in the academy on the way to the professional team. That you didn't train like now. We train now, so it's more about just save the goal. Doesn't matter how.
An awkward one to deal with. And Scott Carson, a fine early display. Look at reflexes.
Oh, nice one-hand catch.
They've got numbers forward well here, City.
And here at Etihad, oh, this is English, oh?
English
attack and...
Right in the face, let's face it.
From this is your gap.
Coming out at pace and having the reach to deal with Michael Johnson's shot.
The English mentality, even from when I started 20 years ago, it was just about not really no technique, just be as fast as you can across the goal, making saves, working hard. I think they felt that this would improve you, but obviously we know now, especially how the game's changed, a lot of techniques involved, a lot of playing out with the ball from your feet. It's totally changed.
Massive change, yes.
Yeah. How would you say that the training from Germany to since you've come to City has changed much for you?
At first, we have two goalkeeper coaches here. Normally, I had only one, so this is a big difference. And then we have two more cultures, like Rich with the English part, Xabi with the Spanish part. There's a lot of new stuff what I learned so far. I think the mentality is still the same. Doesn't matter in which country you are, because goalkeepers are goalkeepers. The crosses are tougher here, shootings are tougher.
He gets down to deny Hall what seemed like an almost certain goal.
For me, this is the biggest part what I have to change to learn to handle my box better, because in Germany it's like when the striker is going to you and touch, it's a foul. And here it's like when four guys on you and try to pull you.
Yaya Toure, lovely run by Silva. Beaten away by Carson.
That was an easy one, you know.
If that's one of the best bits, we're struggling here, aren't we? To be fair, we have got a really good group. The three keepers, obviously Xavi and Rich as well, and I think that starts from the minute we get into the change room in the morning. There's always a little bit of banter, light-hearted jokes.
Morning, fella. Carson.
We obviously play the two-touch, which sometimes does get a little bit out of control with the flicks and the slaps. It's a good group, I feel, that we have.
Yeah, I remember Eddie was the first guy who wrote me a message after I signed my contract here. Since day one, it was so easy for me to settle in, especially in the goalkeeper group, because of you and Eddie, Xabi and Rich as well. I think we have a good energy to each other,
Yeah.
We try to push us. And also when we play games, everyone is fighting for the win. So we don't give presents to anyone. No. But at the end, it's with a lot of respect, I would say.
Yeah, like you just touched on with Xavi and Rich, I think they've got the balance
Yes.
perfect.
Yes, yeah, especially outside from football, especially Xavi and Rich, they take care of us. How we are, is the life good, is our family happy?
Yeah.
If we need anything, this is also important for a coach, I think. Not only the training and how they work with us, also the part outside.
I think the good thing as well for us is because there's obviously the 3 keepers and the 2 goalkeeping coaches. We've just got that one little group where it's probably the outfield players.
Yes.
They have 20 players and they probably don't get the close connection with the coaches that we do.
Saturday afternoon at Wembley Stadium,
aka the Etihad South.
Wembley's blue today, man.
Such a thrill having the buzz of the crowd as the ball gets close to the goal.
This is the competition that, for me growing up, was one you prioritise. You recognise what the occasion is. You're playing at Wembley.
this is a big chance, it's a goal, chance here! But across, it's an open goal, and the opportunity is taken for Manchester City.
Going to be your first game at Wembley in the semi-final. How are you looking forward to it? What's your thoughts on it?
A lot, because I felt this special atmosphere before the game against Burnley.
Yeah.
And the manager spoke to us and said it's one step to go to Wembley, and there I realized, has to be a special game. And after the game, everybody said now we have a good game, because the atmosphere, the history, especially in this cup, in the stadium, is a nice experience. So I'm looking forward to play there.
Wembley was always, as a young English guy, it was always the pinnacle of anyone's career to play there.
The cup in Germany is always in the midweek, and here in England we changed the Premier League for the FA Cup. So it shows how important the FA Cup is for the English people. Yeah, and I just can imagine how is the atmosphere in Wembley, because they split the tickets off 50-50 for the teams. So it's like you have two home games in one stadium.
No, it's an amazing atmosphere. Walking out, we'll see the blue end one side, the red end of Sheffield United to the other side. 2014, we went to Wembley semi-final FA Cup. We played against Arsenal, probably one of the best days, probably in my career that I had. As a team, we played well. Personally, I felt I played a good game. Unfortunately, we lost on penalties.
Stones to ground, it's come back out here for a strike, and it's parried by Ortega.
You've played all the FA Cup games so far. I think it's been clear to see how well you've done in the games that you've played. How do you feel it's gone so far?
I feel good. I have not the same rhythm, when you play every game, because I think in the last 5 years I missed only 3 or 4 games. So I had to find a new routine for me to be ready for the games when I played. And I think this is the result of the work every day in our group. And it's like when you train good and you feel good and you play, you have to be ready, and you are ready, I think.
To perform like you have done, it's even extra special how you did that.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Nice words, first time.
I'm always a nice guy.
Sheffield United are heading back to Wembley in a quite astonishing quarter-final.
Sheffield United come in, the Championship club. We can't get too complacent because we know how much they want to try to cause a big upset.
Yes, and we saw in the last games against Bristol and Burnley, it's not so easy against a lower team. And I think they're in the second place on the table.
Second place,
yeah. But I think when we perform like now, we can win this game, of course. Thanks, Scott, for this little meeting. I was happy to see you in action from some old clips of you. It's always a pleasure with you. thank you very much, and looking forward for the semi-final in the FA Cup.
Told you I was a nice guy from day one.
You are.